Power flows to the one who knows how. Desire alone is not enough. Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost. Autobots, roll out! We cannot let the humans pay for our mistakes! Autobots! Now, reap the whirlwind! One shall stand, one shall fall.
Welcome to Thursday.
Hi.
Hey, we got a full house in here today. Woo. We got myself, Deb.
I'm Josh. Hello.
Yanis.
And Chris.
That's right. So, you know myself and Josh because we're always in your faces. Giannis as well, actually. He's here occasionally. And Chris is here visiting from Seattle. He is our CS lead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remote CS lead.
Exactly. So he's gonna be in-house. Actually, he's leaving tomorrow.
I am.
Yeah.
But I'll be back.
But he'll be back. So you'll get to see more of him.
I know, right?
Okay.
I'll miss it.
Yeah. And because we have Chris here, which means that we can do super fast gifting this to you, which is exciting. So today we are going to talk about, I was about to say Skull Path and War Smasher, but that's not it.
I think this is the first time they've heard those. That's exactly what we're going to talk about. So yeah, the big announcement for today is the next bots are going to be. Can you say it?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's
so
true.
it is big. Oh. It is news. So okay, now you can give the names. The new bots
I thought I just did.
No, they gave other versions.
I know, that's terrible.
Okay. New bots are on the Autobot side. Warpath. That's right. Yeah. Warpath. You wanted him. You voted for him.
He's the second voted character in our port. We're like rolling Spine 1, but he was the second one in the line. And Skull Smasher.
Skull Smasher on the Decepticon side. Skull Smasher. Now, Skull Smasher has sometimes been known as Skull Cruncher. The one we've got in the game is Skull Smasher, but if you're wondering who's that guy, he's been known as Skull Cruncher in the past. Anyway, that's the big announcement of the bots. And what else are we doing today, Ed?
And what else are we doing? Well, you're gonna get to see them in the game.
Yeah, you are.
So that's exciting.
It'll be fun.
And of course, we said last week, I think we said last week, yeah, we did. You're going to get a sneak peek of Prime Cores as well.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to chat about that today. As well, we'll do some trivia. Our lovely Nathan Webb has graced us with good trivia questions because I'm rubbish at them and he's not. So we're going to do a couple of those as well. Yeah, we'll answer your questions, so feel free to, you can send in questions anytime. And we will take a look at them, especially Josh and Giannis are going to be your go-tos.
Yeah. And Giannis has some things to tell you about, some improvements coming into the game that are pretty exciting and things that we've all been asking for a while.
Oh, and we have a big surprise for you for next week as well, so stay tuned for that.
Special surprise.
Special surprise
Let's
time.
say hello.
Yeah, say hello, guys.
All right, who's in here? We've got Hawktimus. It's like Optimus, but a hawk. Yeah.
Original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh is the
Beast
brains of
Wars.
the operation.
Yeah. I'm on to it. Skywarp, hello, Skywarp 7732. Skywarp again. Omega's Prime, Omegaton, Electric Blitz, Soundwave, Scourge 1024, Blazed Giga B. Which is really fun to say. Metaron, yeah. Poppy Blaze, the Green Bean. We've got. I'm not going to try that one. We've got Prime Time. We've got Thordal. Who else we got? Who else we got in the world? Over there. Okay, so just me. So let's see. T-Wing is here. We've got Techno Angels. Hi. We've got Cronus Prime. Hey. Mad Chemist. Twitch Mike Glitch. Okay. Thanks. Hello. Soldier. Global Noid. Yeah. Hello.
Oh, hi from not to Toronto. Sorry. Hi to Toronto. I literally just saw, and that's the first thing I saw. So hello. Sorry. Continue.
So there's a Toronto shout out. So everyone just shout out Toronto, and Deb will yell out your names.
I just saw it. And I was like, ah. Happy Valentine's Day to you as well, Skywarp. Thank you. Oh, speaking of, I'll show you guys something kind of cool later, which you've probably already seen, but you may not have, so we're going to share it.
Okay. Don't know what that is.
Continue!
Surprises today.
Gonna find out.
Yeah.
All right.
Woo!
All right. So hello, Darth Tyler, the Tyler of the Darths. Hello, Tommy Zva. Zva is the way to say it. Who else have we got? Herzog's Way. Yes, hello, Herzog's Way. I like that your name is taken from, or Zwei. It's Zwei, isn't it? I'm mispronouncing it.
What I was.
It's two? What's two?
It's
in
Zwei.
that
Zwei.
language of yours.
Zwei.
Yeah, alright, that's the way to say it. Herzog
Zwei.
Herzog Zwei. Yeah, Herzog Zwei.
Okay, you gotta teach me how to do that.
Okay, I mean,
it's a cool
copy
name.
what I said.
Real-time strategy game. The first real-time strategy game. It was a really cool game. And also, I think it featured a transforming robot. Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Wait, was it the first real-time strategy game?
I think it was one of the real-time strategy.
Dune 2 wasn't the first one.
It was. I think it came before Dune 2. So it's. You didn't exactly like tell units where to go. You didn't command them. You just you were like this jet, and you'd fly over like a tank, and you'd pick up the tank, and then you'd fly it somewhere and you'd drop it, and then the tank would go fight, right? And then you could tell your headquarters what to produce and things like that. But then you just pick them up and fly them over somewhere.
Yeah, I think I missed this. Yeah. Yeah, I think if it was like a chance, if some people say that I was probably before like Dune 2.
Yeah, I'm old.
Well, I was old too, but I just jumped straight in Dune 2 first real-time strategy.
Yeah. Yeah, I never played Dune 2, but I did play Command and Conquer.
Yeah, it was pretty much the reskin of Dune 2. But
Yeah.
it was great games, both of them.
There you go. So we're reminiscing here about old games while
While talking about this, I'm talking about our game.
yeah, so we should talk about our game. That's what you're
Yeah.
here for.
Also, say hi to some people on the YT.
Oh yeah. Who's on YouTube?
Hello, Howard Choi, what's up? Ethan Westman, Joe Hudson, always nice to see you guys. Logotron, Damon Swinky, TL Lucario, Grimlock, and Dinobots, hi. Stephen Coleman, Kenny Lindenberger, Andrew Lee, Royce Phelps, lots of new names today. Hello, everybody. Sean P, we've got Skypoke, Anish Mishra Juventus, Royce Phelps, I already said that. Dexter, Wilbert DeGuy, Stefan O'Neill, Yesh. Excuse me. I wonder where Zachary Couture is. I feel like he's abandoned me. I hope he comes back sometime. Zachary, if you're listening.
If you know Zachary,
Yeah. Let him know I miss him in chat.
reach out.
Yeah, exactly. Hello also to LaShawn Skinny Smith. What's up? Dan Cooper, John Capistrano, Dave Stanley, Vincent Metzamakers, Bob Morrows, and Ener Hudson Perez, and Ari Bernstein, Nathan Webb. Hello to you too. Josh Hagart, Matt Merrily, Clark Andrew Glebe, and yes. I mean, there's more of you. Obviously.
There's more.
There's
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for joining.
All right, cool. Let's get going. What do
Cool.
we have to look at today?
Get going. Do you want to start with this weekend's event?
Yeah, let's look
Yeah.
at the event.
Cool.
All right. So what's going on this weekend? Yanis, do you want to tell us about this weekend's event?
Sure.
I think it's right there. Prime for action.
So, Prime for Action is gonna be the week 1 of the 4-week saga like
Mhm.
that we have coming up. As you can see in the newsfeed, the Prime cores are finally coming to the game. We've been teasing them in the last event. They were coming in and like Cosmos and Skyrim was trying to get them, and the Deceptionals were rushing all, trying to find them too. So they are coming now, and yeah. So we just go through the transmission. I don't know how you guys usually do it.
Well, so the event this weekend will be a totalizer, individual totalizer. I think there will be shards that you'll be getting as rewards: 2-star shards, 3-star shards, and some.
I saw the event details.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
you have like, as you can see, Energon, like 3-star, 2-star, and 4-star shards, and the final reward is like 5,000 spark if you go all the way to the 10,000 points. So it's quite a soft, like individual leaderboard.
Yeah, it's a bit of a relaxed event,
Yeah.
but as always in the events, you're going to be getting good XP, as well as getting pretty good rewards from it. So a good place to pick up spark if you're needing more spark, and everybody needs more spark.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the event. And as Yanis said, the story is continuing with the Prime Cores. As the Prime Cores are arriving to the Earth Wars, the Prime Cores are arriving to Earth. That's shaking up things on the planet as the Autobots and Decepticons are both trying to figure out what's going on. So just as a reminder, if you don't remember who the Primes are or what the deal is with the Primes are like the 13 original Transformers. They're kind of like gods in the Transformers universe.
Yeah.
They're super powerful beings. They were around in ancient times. They were created to fight Unicron, the giant planet-destroying monstrosity. So they're all very ancient and very powerful, and some of that power is coming into the Earth Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So should we go for the dialogue first of the event, and then we can talk about Prime Cores later on?
Sure. We can act out these wonderful parts.
Ooh.
Everyone's favorite.
Everyone's favorite time. Story time.
Story time. So.
Do you want, hey, I brought a script again today.
Do you have enough for everyone? Let's see.
No, I mean, normally my scripts
No, I
are
mean like if
rejected.
there are enough characters for everyone in order to act them, or do you just should we just switch around?
This is mainly between Rodimus Prime and Optimus Prime.
We have Cap and Warpath appearing later though.
Yeah, Cup
It's
and
four.
Warpath do make appearances. So we can assign out parts if you want. If we're doing that, I'd like to take Optimus if you don't mind. I like trying to do my.
What if he
Optimus
does mind?
impersonation.
What if he's like, no,
I don't care.
I'm taking on. He's trying to create some drama.
Let's have a fight.
Alright, I'll do
Here.
Rodimus Prime then.
Oh.
The new Prime.
Okay, you're gonna do the new Sparky
Yeah.
leader. Yeah. All right. So who wants Cup and who wants Warpath?
Warpath.
All right.
Your Cap, I guess.
All right.
Right. Optimus Prime. They are here. We?
Calm yourself, Rodimus. Though you are the Prime now, I am still of that proud lineage. And what you sensed, I sensed. The Prime Cores are here.
I'm mobilizing all forces and any reinforcements for Cybertron I can lay hands on. This is end of days stuff.
I'm
I'm gonna be reading from here.
Yeah, this is
I like
totally
this. I'm the only
superfluous, but it's
one.
Because I need someone needs to skip the dialogue
Yeah,
here, right?
it is.
So
Alright.
That's fine.
Back into Optimus Prime, who always to me sounded a lot like John Wayne. So I'm trying to get the John Wayne.
Alright. You do what you gotta do.
Or a new beginning. It's all a matter of perspective. The sparks of the original 13 primes can be corrupted or corrupt others, true. But they can also be channeled and turned into a force for life and growth.
I feel like you need a bit more like oomph behind what you're saying, you know? Like you're like the leader. You're like they have to believe what you say.
But he's like a relaxed, sort of confident.
He's like relaxed, but
it's an old mentor kind of.
he's
thing,
authoritative
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
You gotta, like,
yeah. Okay, so gotta push it a
just
little bit
some
more.
tips.
That's good notes. That's good notes for the performance. Good.
Right.
Okay, go kid.
Then it's a race to claim the cores before Megatron lays his unwashed and wholly corrupting hands all over them.
I am still too weak to aid you, Rodimus.
It's better.
Our fate and that of the entire universe is in your hands.
That's good. I like that.
No pressure then. But hey, if I fumble the ball, there won't be anyone around to give me a hard time, so ha.
Go.
That's you.
That I mean, Rodimus Prime, our eye in the sky. Cosmos reports to the Decepticons are massing like Sharkticons at feeding time. It started.
Have our urgent entreaties to Cybertron be answered, Cap?
Kind of. It's all kicking off there too.
So our reinforcements? That's you, Dave.
Greetings, Rodimus Prime.
Nice.
I stand ready to blow big holes in the enemy.
Warpath? Oh well, I guess every little bit helps.
Ta-da! Rodimus Prime seems to be knocking Warpath, you know? He's kind
Little
of
bit.
dissing Warpath a little bit.
You
Just a
better
little
watch
bit.
yourself.
Yeah.
Watch your mouth.
Yeah.
Too young and stupid, right?
You
That's
watch
right.
your mouth. Thanks, Huff No Huffer. I appreciate that. Also, Chuda Boy says, please stop before you hurt yourselves.
Aw.
Done and done.
I'll keep working on my Optimus. It's good notes. Good
Boom
notes.
pow bang. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's like what Warpath loves to do is like yell out.
Boom.
Yeah,
Like
exactly. Yeah.
Like Batman.
Now you're talking like Warpath.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pow. Zappo. Okay. Cool.
Yay.
Well, guys, do
What's up next?
do you guys want to maybe have a look at the new bots? Or sorry,
yeah.
or talk about Prime Cores? I feel like you should do Prime Core. Oh no.
Good.
Oh
Good.
no, you're okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
So, should,
Prime
do you
Core's
want
last.
to do? Oh, okay.
No,
All right,
it's
then
up to you.
let's look at the
How
bots.
do you feel?
We
I
just
think-
saw Warpath, so let's take a look at
Let's
Warpath.
look at them, right?
Yeah, we're just talking about Warpath.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at Warpath. Warpath's coming! Yay! All right, here he is.
Heyo.
Look at that.
Boom.
There you go. More of that. So he's got a gun in his chest and a gun in his hand. Dude likes guns. That's Warpath.
Who does it well? I mean, if you're a Transformer.
If you are in the war for Earth with yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. So there he is, Warpath. He looks pretty true to his classic sort of look. I used to have a Warpath. Like the G1 Warpath was tiny. He was like a little tiny tank. So he actually looks fairly close to that. He's got the same kind of color scheme there. He's got sort of a little bit of the same sort of proportions in the treads on his arm. And when he transforms, let's transform him. Yeah, there he goes, coming together. Yeah, turns into a tank. Cool little tank. He's not like a massive. Whoop, transforming him back. There we go. There we are. Yeah. All right, Warpath. So going back into tank form. So the tank is it's more of a agile sort of tank. He's definitely focused on his cannon. He's definitely focused on shooting his gun. That's what he loves to do as Warpath. And he's one of the few. I think is he the only Autobot tank?
Yeah, that we have in the game.
Yeah, definitely the only one that we have in the game. And there are very few Autobot tanks to begin with. So he's a nice addition to add.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks really good. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like having him around.
By the way, guys. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah. If you are hosting our channel today, then you get yourselves a crystal. So do that. You can host our channel by, and this is the slightly tricky part, you have to go to your own channel's chat window, and then you're going to type /host, and then space, and then Transformers Earth Wars, and that is how you host our channel. We've got a nifty little tool to check who's hosting us, so you don't have to follow up with us later being like, I'm hosting. We can see whether you're hosting, so don't worry about that. And again, if you would like to host us, you have to go to your own channel's chat window and type in /host space Transformers Earth Wars, all one word. And make sure that you keep hosting until the end of the stream. That way Chris can keep a track and gift you guys as we go. Because you might host and then unhost and then we might miss it. So just keep hosting to the end so Chris can gift you. Cool. Continue. Cool. Warpath.
Yeah. So the last thing I'll say on Warpath, we're not going to show his abilities today, but his abilities definitely focus on his gun. We wanted, because he's a tank, because he's so focused on that cannon of his, we wanted to use that cannon to the fullest. So it's if you're thinking about what will his abilities be, I'll give you a hint. It's all about shooting that gun. All right. So let's take a look at Skull Smasher. Skull Smasher. And here he is, seeing him for the first time. So Skull Smasher, as you may or may not know, alternate form is... There it goes.
Amazing.
Yeah, a crocodile. Cool looking little crocodile there. Yeah, he's a crocodile, not an alligator, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a difference.
You're from
There
the
is a
south,
difference.
right? It's a bit...
Yeah, why don't you know? You should know.
Yeah. Well, you know, in the south, we don't know what a crocodile is, so we just call them all gators. Do you have some insight?
Chris?
Oh, you're looking it up, Chris. That's cheating,
I come from the
Well,
south.
isn't alligator
I should
like
know
really
this. I come
thin
from Louisiana.
Oh yeah. Okay.
nose or something? Like
It's the nose. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Thin or
nose,
something.
like how pointed the nose
It's
is.
if it's pointed nose. So this is a crocodile.
Yes.
Ah, crocodile. All right. Yeah, I'm from Alabama. We call anything like that a
Yeah,
gator.
pretty much gator.
This is a
It's
gator. The big old gator.
Watch the gator.
But yeah, I guess this is a crocodile. Anyway, he's got a crocodile form. It's pretty cool. Skull Smasher loves to eat other other Cybertronians. He's kind of a cannibal. Likes to eat his own kind. His name comes from that lifestyle choice, if we can call cannibalism a lifestyle choice. So we'll transform him back into his bot mode. There he goes. Yeah, ready to go. Skull Smasher, one of his main character traits is he really annoys his fellow Decepticons by grinding his teeth before he goes into battle. Well-known
That's
trait.
a good trivia. Actually, I've used that question.
Oh, I hope that's not the question today. I just ruined it.
Huh?
I'm
What
pretty
was
sure
it?
it's
Oh,
not.
okay. No,
Nothing.
it's like complicated, whatever it is. So.
All right, there's another look at his alt form, snapping his jaws, and we'll transform him back into a bot. Yeah, I love the way the spines on his back pull back down. It's
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah, there he is. All right, so there's Warpath and Skull Smasher. Your first look at the newest bots.
Very
Transform.
cool. Love it. Cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Very cool. What is next?
We got any questions coming
Yeah,
in?
let's get some questions from you guys. For some reason, the way I'm turned is really hurting my back.
Did you pull your back?
No, it's just like it's like an awkward half. You know what I mean? I can't sit straight. It's like I feel like I should be like this.
Why don't you do that? Just
It's awkward.
stare into that direction.
It's like my computer needs to be here. It's over there or something like this. Anyways. Okay.
All right. Get into a good position.
Yeah.
Wherever feels good. So what do we got? What do we got?
Oh yeah. Sorry. Questions.
Question: Isn't that the same color as the Italian flag? Yeah, it is. Looks like Skull Smasher is very patriotic if you're Italian, which is a nice change up from all the red, white, and blue Transformers. I mean, let's be honest. There are a lot of red, white, and blue Transformers. So
And red.
yeah.
Urasoy said this is a comment, not a question, but the new defense replay screen is the best, by the way, and it was like a gazillion exclamation marks, so that's cool.
Well, that is a great segue into the reason why Yanis is joining us today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty much, I developed that feature over the Christmas period when we had like 3 days working from home. So
Yes.
like I always going to do something like that because I know every time like people going to war, they're just going to Alliance War Chat. Like, can you tell us which one is the node? So I wanted to do that. Then I was like, maybe I could even put some replays in there so people can actually find out how they can actually how their base are doing, because you usually don't get attacked that often when you're in the high level bases. So now you can actually see successful and like replays of defense you can do, and also the failures too. You can actually learn and get some hints about how you can improve your base. So a few like things that because people have been asking. So the numbers in each node indicate how many people have gone through the node. So it's like how many people have defeated your node. And if you were to click on the node and press the replay button, you can actually see a random replay of all the people that have actually tried your node. I've seen a few feedback about people only wanted to see like, you know, defeats, so the people that went through. Some other people want to do a bit of both. So there might be some revision, a second revision, where we actually try to improve that, but I still want some feedback on what people want, because I was like kind of like, yeah, I kind of only want to see the people that defeated my base, but I also want to see when I'm successful. So that's why it's a bit like that. Other people suggested we might put a list so they can actually see, I want to see these guys replay. That might be a bit more tricky to do because you can have like 40 people that beat your base. So there's a bit some scrolling going on, but you never know. Like maybe next time I have some time, I'm just gonna take a bit of more and then get it a bit better. But I'm glad that people are enjoying it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. So
Give it up for Giannis, everybody.
yeah, I don't know if you heard the. Let me make sure you heard the first part of that story.
Yeah,
Number
exactly.
Number one, Yanis is a producer. That's what he does
Yeah.
here. And the job of a producer is not to do engineering work, not to do coding. First off. So, second, he did this on his Christmas break.
That was the part that stood out to me. I was like,
I know, right?
Yeah, so two things there. I think you should be congratulating Yanis on because it was really great gesture.
Well, we have like at the time that we just the office is closed and we have to do some projects for the company. So that's what I used. It wasn't actually could be just sitting home and eating turkey or something. I just had something to do. But yeah.
Yeah, I was not engineering anything. I was
No.
No.
I was like lying around.
The thing is, like, we have a lot of people are doing suggestions about little things. And usually we're just thinking about the big features, and I mean I'm always like also as a producer trying to like, oh, should we be doing this new big thing because I will be giving more, but like the people will enjoy that more. But there are all of those little things that like we could spend like a day or here doing and fixing. Just sometimes it's just we don't have the time. That's why like I try like when I have the free time, and a lot of other people do, they just sit in and do these more features, and like the community enjoys them. So keep doing them as long as I can figure out enough of these cool things. So just keep suggestions coming in. I think there's a few from like we get like a few like people with like suggestions coming in every day, and then we just collect them in a list. And if we can do it, we'll definitely try.
Great.
Awesome.
So yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you think we're not listening, it's not true. We are definitely listening. Yeah. And yeah, we want to make good things happen in the game. So. Thanks for doing that, Yanis.
Yeah, thanks, Yanis.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of good feedback.
Oh yeah, getting a lot of things here too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
and on YouTube and on Facebook, so well done.
Cool.
Mad Chemist is asking, is SA adding combiner selection to the bit selection screen so that we don't have to back out and go into the combiner lab? Current way is cumbersome, says Mad Chemist.
So that's in the combiner lab, selecting what now?
I think he's talking when you go into battle. If from there you could select a combiner to activate.
Oh, so you when you're choosing your troops, you select a combiner then.
Yeah, I thought that's what he's asking.
Mm-hmm. So I say adding combiner selection to the bit selection screen.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. I mean. Like the other thing I tried to do before was like I added to the troop info like the ability to change abilities and add power cores from there, so you could do it from your bot selection screen, because I felt the same thing, like, well, if I have to go all the way back and then go to this building, and I thought it was like really cumbersome. So I mean, we could try to improve some stuff like that, but just for me, like a lot of times I do stuff I want as a player, and I don't activate my combiner that much that often. That's why I didn't feel like I need to, but we definitely can maybe consider it for sure.
There you go.
If there is space, the problem with that screen is like it's just not enough space, especially because we have to have 7 bots or something, and different iPads and iPhones. So it's really hard to limit stuff. So remember, every time we tick something there, the things would overrun and not fit. So we're trying not to do as many changes in that as much as we can. It's a bit of a nightmare screen. But you never know.
You've hit a sore point there.
It's
a nightmare.
Someone at some point we should change the stars and the power level and put it beneath the nodes. And I think I was working from home there. It's like hell no, we were not doing this.
There was another grammatical question from Scorch. He says, why is the comma missing in the combined power screen and also the total points in Alliance events screen?
For the new number total. So the number total gets above a certain amount, and there's no comma separating the.
Oh right, somebody brought this up last time.
Digits, yeah, it's a number of digit thing.
Isn't the comma though that only for a few regions though?
That's right. I think the U.S. Americans love the comma.
Yeah.
And it's weird too, because the comma in Europe.
The Oxford comma.
It's the I don't know what that is.
Is it like the second comma and then you have to it's like comma and?
No,
not that one. 10,000. You put the comma to indicate where it splits between the thousands.
Yeah. It's.
I don't think the UI guys like that kind of break.
Yeah. Yeah, and that comma also in other countries denotes a decimal point.
That's true.
Instead of the point that we use in the U.S. So that one's pretty tricky.
I have a question that I saw someone ask a bit earlier. if the Jetfire skin, the Silver Chrome skin, is going to actually go back into the game, because a lot of people didn't get a chance to get it. So we can announce that now a lot of those skins and all the other cores that actually are specific for bots have been added to the duplicate of that bot. So if you were to say get a duplicate Jetfire or like a duplicate Rodimus Prime, you actually have a really good chance of actually getting that rarity of the core. So we probably won't be putting them as much as events as possible, but if you happen to get a duplicate of that bot, you're gonna have a good chance of getting those cores. And that's mainly how we're probably gonna be giving them out from now on.
Yeah, and it just made sense to us, and it was something that's been asked for, and yeah, made a lot of sense to us. That if you get that bot again, if you get that duplicate, then you have a chance to see a good chance to see their specific core.
Joshy Draws, Earth Wars, I have a question. Can you give me a shout out? Yeah, we can. Hi, Joshy Draws. How's it going?
Hi, Joshy Draws.
Also, thank you to Kenny Lindbergh. That's really nice of you to say. Where was I? There was another question about. Primetime 1969. You know who you are. Could we get a warning screen before going to war for those that forget to back out of war to go to battle?
A warning screen.
Before going to war, for those that forget to back out of war to go to battle.
Back out of war to go to battle.
Maybe he's implied that sometimes people get confused and get wrong squads when you go into wars.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's can happen some of the times. You're so used like battle, and then you just go into alliance war and then post battle.
Whoops.
And then you're into the wrong squad.
Yeah, we gotta be careful with warning screens though,
Yeah.
because every warning screen that we add in is one more tap to get to do something that you want. So unless there's like a big danger behind it and everybody's kind of doing it, then we're not as much wanting to add those warning screens in, because like you end up slowing down a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean every time you go into battle, you're gonna have that screen pretty much.
Exactly. Yeah, so probably not, unless that's something that a lot of people are finding to be a problem. Yeah, so sorry that that's a problem for you.
There's a few people calling it out.
There are?
Yeah,
Okay.
saying yes, a war warning screen.
All right, well, the more that we hear that, then the more we'll think about it. For
Yes, true.
Yeah.
Brad Frankenfield says, will you ever add bonuses for pushing for medals?
Bonuses for pushing. Oh, for fighting outside your recommended zone.
No, I think it's that for being in the top of the medals leaderboard or something.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think by itself, like being in the top of the leaderboard is kind of a reward for people.
Yeah, when you're up there, there's not a lot of rewards that really make sense for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing pretty well.
I mean, it's really hard work, and I'm really impressed for the people that are actually gone up to, like the limit was like 18,000, considering you get one each battle after like 6,500.
Yeah.
Ideally, I would like at some point maybe to retweak the system to be a proper kind of medal, like if you fight a hard opponent, you get a bit more like medals. It's just not easy, and then if we do that, then I can imagine all the people that actually grind all the way up there are gonna be like really, really annoying. So we wanted to make that system a bit better, but it's like it's really hard. Either if anything we change is gonna annoy someone. So like we'll let you know if we're gonna change anything there. But yeah, it's like I would like to improve it, to be honest, but I'm scared of actually changing something there.
Oh, and while you're talking, I saw something that I forgot to point out, which has been on the screen for a while, so you probably read it already. But it is that Rodimus Prime and Motormaster Sword are being released. Those cores weren't out yet. I gave you a preview of those a few weeks back and showed you what they were doing with the reduced damage. But those weren't out yet, and they're coming out soon.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you guys ready for a trivia question? By you, I mean them.
you.
Are you ready for a trivia question?
I'm not ready, Dad.
Tough. So if you are just joining us today, we've been chatting about Skull Smasher and Warpath. I got those wrong earlier. And we are going to also do a little sneak peek of Prime Cores in a second. And now we're going to do a trivia question. So get ready. The rules for trivia is you have to include your in-game name, your alliance, and your HQ level with your answer. Otherwise, you cannot win. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Ready?
Do that.
Do that.
Do it.
All right. Here is your first question, which will lead us nicely into Prime Cores. And this comes from Nathan Webb, who's a lovely artist. You can check out his illustrations at We66 Illustration on Facebook. And here we go. I lost it. Which of the 13 primes was featured in the original cartoon series? Again, your question is, which of the 13 primes was featured in the original cartoon series? And go. Remember to include your in-game name, alliance, and HQ level with your answer.
Do they have
We
to
already
spell it
see
right?
some answers. Well done, guys.
Nice.
Let's see. Does everybody have? Oh, hi, Woucher. How's it going? Let's see. Yeah, we've got
Getting a lot of
answers
answers here.
everywhere.
Yay.
Actually, no, we do.
Yeah, excellent.
Okay, who wants to do stabbies?
I can go for it.
Go for it, yes. Doing it
You gotta do
on
stabbies
Twitch.
blind. No, you can't
Yeah,
just
no,
look at
you're
something
not looking at it.
You gotta
just
do
close
blind.
your
Ah,
eyes.
shit.
Close your eyes.
and
Yeah.
stab.
Do it. Oh, yeah, yes.
Okay.
Cage.
It's easier if you do it on my screen.
Right, never mind.
Okay. Wait, that guy has to.
What's that? But now you've already said that
I
person.
did say
Yeah.
that person's name. We definitely have to give it to them.
And you see why I say that? It's because I'll never be able to find them again.
It's
Wait, wait,
Okay,
wait.
we're
Yeah,
tracking
it was
you down.
Cage
Okay,
1,
okay.
1, 2,
Can
3.
you just copy that?
All right.
Yeah,
Highlight it and copy
Yeah.
it.
yeah, he's
I
good.
think I got
You have it?
Okay.
Okay.
Let me help you out.
Go for it.
All right.
You're banned from stabbies, Giannis. That we've already done that once, so we're gonna switch. No, you're fine. Keep stabbing. Okay, I can't see. Cool. Got one.
All right. All right.
And-
Congratulations.
Also, two.
And one more stabbing. Whoa, bless you.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Excuse me. All right,
I'm gonna
stabby,
get
go.
sick. All right.
All right. Cool. We've got our winners.
Yay! Winners.
The answer was Alpha. Is it Trion or Trion?
I think it's try.
Try him.
Alpha
Trion.
Trion. Congratulations
Alpha
to Chris. Who's the first one?
Congratulations, Chris.
Thank you. How do you
Cage.
pronounce that?
Was it Cage something?
Yeah, it was like Cage.
1, 1, 25,
Yeah.
was it?
Kron 1125.
23.
23. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations to you. They butchered your name, but that's okay.
Yes.
Congratulations also to Skypoke, and congratulations to Corey Speaks.
Yay!
Yeah, well done.
Well done.
Cool. Shall we do one more quick one, then move on to Prime Course?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Because we're
Next question, last question for today, is going to be, in the G1 Marvel Comics run, the center of the planet, Cybertron, was a god, but what was his name? Boom! In the G1 Marvel Comics run, the center of the planet, Cybertron, was a god, but what was his name?
Yep.
Remember,
Getting some answers. All right, cool. Yeah. Yes, people are figuring this out.
okay, excellent. So we've got one there. Do we have one here? We do. Remember to include your in-game name, HQ level, and alliance for the winnings. And do we have it here?
These are good
Yes.
questions. These are very
Yeah, thank you, Nathan.
appropriate.
They're really great.
Appropriate to the
All right,
prime
you ready for
course.
stabbies?
Yes.
Stabby away.
Stopping that screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Giannis is doing it.
Okay, whoop. Yep, got it. And do you want
Another one? Go for it.
stabby here? Cool. And can you also stabby here? Stabby near the bottom, yeah. No? Yes. Okay. Cool. The answer to that question was Primus.
Primus.
Hey! Congratulations to Twitch Prime Elorafin 2006. Congratulations also to Sean Fortune Exiled. And congratulations to Larry Hall.
Congratulations.
Well done. All right.
Yay.
Moving on swiftly to your Prime course.
Yeah, Prime Course. So, let's see. Prime
I
Course.
just realized we put it on the screen the whole time. That must have been a bit dull for you.
Well, I was trying to show them the characters. So
Yeah.
I guess it's got a lot of Warpath and Skull
True.
Smasher looking
I
at.
mean, that's what I want to see, right?
Yeah.
Not our pretty faces.
Not our faces.
faces.
Oh.
So Prime
What's that?
Course coming up pretty soon.
But they're coming up next week.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna probably appear in your game after Thursday when we usually release our content and stuff. You will see that it's actually a different category from the main other like cores that we have in the Power Core Lab, and they're not actually following the same rarity. So I saw like a lot of people like hypothesis things what they're gonna be. If we're gonna have a bronze, silver, and gold. So I don't think we have them in this version that we're running. But yeah, so pretty much there's not gonna be any rarities. There's only gonna be like one core for each of the 12 primes that we're gonna have in the game.
That's
and
right.
you can only get it that one core once. So it's gonna work the same system as the 5-star crystal. So there is a chip in the store that you can like get some shards after that we're gonna be giving out in events. Then you can roll that and then you could get one of those cores that we have available. And then you get him and you can never get a duplicate out of that. Each core is gonna be different and unique.
Mm-hmm.
You can so eventually, hopefully, people can get all 12, but yeah, you can never get any duplicates, and it's a different kind of rarity. So it doesn't follow the same like gold, silver, and bronze of the other ones. So each one is gonna be special.
You can think of it as above gold.
Yeah.
Because the Prime Cores have 20 levels.
Yeah.
They max out at level 20, so that's 5 more than the gold cores. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And they, yeah, they're also, like Yana said, unique. Once you get them, you can't fuse them away. You can't fuse them into another core and lose them. So they're going to stick with you as soon as you get them. You don't have to worry about accidentally getting rid of them. I don't think we've also mentioned that they're universal. They can be equipped on any bot. So
it's only bots. So buildings are not gonna get them, but it's only gonna be bots.
yeah, so bots only.
Yeah.
Although there are definitely some cores that work better on certain characters than others. So you'll have to think pretty carefully about which bot you want to put your core onto. And giving you that warning up front, don't put your core on the wrong bot once you get a prime core, and have to pay to switch it to
yeah, they're
another
they're
one.
quite expensive to switch out. The
Yeah.
same as gold.
Same as gold, yeah. So I think I can go ahead and give out the names
Yeah, go for it.
of the first 3 primes that we'll have in our prime.
Yeah, so we should say that we're gonna release 3.
That's right.
From the first batch, and every month or so we're gonna actually be adding another one in there. We don't know exactly the timelines, but so you're gonna have like the choice of one of the 3 for the first time, but then the more cores coming in, you're gonna have more choices.
Yeah. Yeah, well, choices
Yeah,
if
choice.
you get them.
If you get them. Yeah.
Yeah. So so the first 3 primes that we're gonna do are ready.
I'm ready.
All right. Number 1, Liege Maximo. Liege Maximo. Yeah, so you can check out who Liege Maximo is. He was a little bit of a villain amongst the primes. He was very eloquent and convincing speaker and a leader amongst the original primes, but he always had a hidden agenda. He was a bit of a master manipulator.
Scary.
Yeah, and that power comes through in what his prime corps does. Yeah. So, prime number 2. Number 2 is Micronus. Yeah, Micronus is the second prime corps. So Micronus is a prime who is a bit of the opposite nature of Liege Maximo. He's very helpful. He's very selfless and shares his power with other bots, with other primes. So that sort of ability is reflected in what his prime corps is going to do. So it's definitely a helpful, beneficial sort of support nature to Micronus. Yeah, and Micronus was sort of the first of the mini-cons, so that concept of mini-cons kind of came from Micronus, and definitely sort of a good side bot. Yeah. So the final one, give me a drum roll this time. Megatronus. Yes, that was good. That's pretty good. Yeah. And an introduction worthy of Megatronus, because he is a pretty fearsome and powerful one amongst the primes. He is actually the prime of power, right?
Hey.
So he is all about destruction and power.
Sorry, I was just reading a funny comment.
Debimus Prime.
Should have gone with Debimus Prime. Yeah, so Megatronus, also known as the Fallen, in some universes, in some places, because he portrayed the other primes, and he's sort of the outcast of the primes, yeah, I think that nature shows through in what's going on with his prime corps. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, those are your 3 prime corps that will be released soon.
I think we're gonna be revealing them like in gameplay next week in the next stream.
That's right.
Yeah, so definitely tune in next week, because you'll get to see the prime corps in action. Not only that, but yes, Josh, man, does know his stuff, but you know who knows even more about prime lore is Simon Furman. And
Yes.
Simon's going to be joining us on the stream next week, so get your questions ready now. Have a think about what you want to ask Simon next week. He knows everything. But he's written so much, actually, that sometimes he's like, oh, when was this? Was this
Which
then? Or
time?
did I? Yeah. Because he's just written so much for Transformers. So yeah, we always love having him on. He's incredible, and we're excited to have him next week. And yeah, so that's something you guys can look forward to. Tell all your friends. Make sure that they come join next week and show him a good time.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so Simon will be here.
Yeah.
And he's been writing all of our stories, written the current Prime Corps saga.
All the character monologues too and stuff like that.
Yeah. So yeah, he'll be here for us.
He'll be here.
He
yeah.
can tell us. He can tell us the story of the primes. He can read us
Exactly.
a bedtime story of the primes.
Yes. He'll regale us with his tales about the primes, which I'm excited for. So yeah, definitely come in for that next week. It should be a good time. I did say I had one thing to show you, which is like not at all related to Transformers, but I think it's really cool, and I've been basically bragging about it all week. So, our other game, Rival Kingdoms, which you may or may not have played, I don't know. I got made into a character, which is really exciting, sort of just in time for Valentine's Day, and this is her. Yay! Yeah, so this is Faye. She's a woodland warrior. She's got quite a cool backstory. And if you do know something about Rival Kingdoms, or my obsession with a particular character in Rival Kingdoms, that is Brander. Brander was actually the German community agent that I guess I came up with some of the sort of influence for. He's a dragon slayer. He's based on a mythical character called Siegfried in German lore. Anyway, so I've always been obsessed with Brander, and my backstory in the game is now intertwined with Brander's. I know. There he is.
Oh,
yeah. Me and Brander.
Wow.
All the way.
That's a cute couple right there.
Aren't we?
Yeah.
Perfection.
Perfect.
But yeah, so my father did not approve of my love for Brander or his love for me because he was immortal, and so he sent him on these deadly quests, one of which was to slay a dragon named Havoc, the death dragon, and he never came back. And so I was like, oh no, Brander's never came back. But then you start to hear tales about this immortal dragon slayer over the winds, it says in the game. And so basically I go out and seek to find him, and along the way kind of come into a bunch of adventures of my own. So yeah, so cool. Anyways. It's the coolest thing ever.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, it's so exciting. Anyways, that was it. Yeah, if you want to see more about Faye and like Brander, I guess you can download Rival Kingdoms.
When are you gonna wear that outfit to the office?
Well, I have it in my bag right now, so I basically daytime I look like this, and nighttime I put on the other outfit. Yeah. That outfit was inspired by one of my existing outfits. No, it wasn't. I don't think so.
I would believe that. I would totally believe it.
Yeah, I'm pretty weird. It's true.
I mean, I like it. I think
it's a good outfit, good colors.
Yeah, you're a nature warrior.
I do really love the little headband thing. Like that I'm gonna rock in the summer, I think. Yeah, that's cool. Anyways. Yeah, guys. Was there anything else we were meant to cover today?
Yeah. Did we have any other any last
minute questions
about prime cores? Any of the stuff that we showed today? Any of the anything about prime cores? Anything about the Alliance Wars? Anything about the events upcoming? Got any questions around that? Last things before we go.
Let's see.
Deb should have been more of a Wonder Woman sorceress. That's like everything. Like Wonder Woman is like this like tough warrior, and then sorceress on top of that. It's just mage tank.
She's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's OP. You can't balance that. You can't balance Wonder Woman and sorceress. Well, I'm a game designer, that's the way I think.
Fair enough. You're like, that's impossible.
That's
it's like,
impossible.
by the way, it's all fictional. But anyway.
The numbers don't shake out.
We do have a question from Spartan Captain Capberry. Sorry. Will you guys ever be able to add Metroplex or a smaller version of him?
I don't know.
Maybe one day.
One day.
Maybe one day.
Maybe. It is a dream.
Yeah. It is kind of a dream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a dream.
There was also a question. How do we get prime cores? Ari Bernstein's asking. You will find out next week.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, we kind of already
You kind of already mentioned
it's
it. Anyway.
like, it's a crystal, like the 5-star crystal, that you get charged from the events, and then you can use it to just get one core with no duplicates. So, yeah.
Yeah, from the events probably would be the short answer. There will be events that are specifically about prime cores.
Yeah. They're not tied to like 5-star or those currencies. It's totally unique and new. So
that is important to point out. You can't get prime cores from duplicates.
No.
Right.
So it's all going to be this crystal, and it's new currency that's going to be coming out from the event that's coming in next week.
Yeah. A lot of questions about HQ16 as well.
Yeah.
HQ16 is coming.
It is.
We can't say when, but we're actually currently balancing it and working about how we're gonna do the details. I mean, we're trying to balance it. It's a bit hard because we have to think about the high-level players and the low-level players. So it's a bit of like back and forth and trying to different like strategies and things like that. It is getting finalized down, so hopefully sometime soon you guys gonna get more details about it.
And I gotta say this too about HQ16. At first I thought, oh, okay, we're just raising the numbers, right? It's just leveling everything up. But that's not true. What we're doing with HQ16 is going to give a different feeling to your base, and it's going to give a bit of a twist to the strategy of the game. There's actually going to be a few counters to things that are currently happening that I think will change the way that you approach your battles.
Sorry, there was a Swandrew sighting. They said. For all you guys hosting, by the way, if you missed it earlier, I said that we have a live list of everybody hosting, so you will get your crystals. If for some reason you haven't gotten them in 24 hours, then do let us know, and we can cross-check our list of hosters with whether you were on it or not. But yeah, I think everyone's been gifted.
For the most part.
For the most part, you've been gifted. If you haven't yet, give it a beat. Give it like 24 hours. Yeah. Cool. Well, guys, don't forget, next week, Simon Furman will be here. Start sending your questions. You know what? You can start like sending them over Twitter as well if you want. At Transformers War. Is that correct? I'm pretty sure that's it.
Simon will be here next week. We'll be looking at Prime Cores. We'll be seeing the Prime Cores in action, and I'm really excited to show those abilities to you and let you see what happens with them.
It is at Transformers War. So yeah, if you've got questions for Simon, shoot us questions in advance, and then we can collect them and collate them for next week. So that would be great. So tweet at us at Transformers War with your questions for Simon Furman.
All right.
Yeah, maybe throw in a hashtag like #Simon. That would be good. It'll be easier to find for us. So yeah, at Transformers War, #Simon, and throw us your question for Simon for next week. And of course, tell all your friends and come back.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys.
See you.
See you.
Bye. Say bye to Chris because he's leaving tomorrow, but he'll be back.
Bye, Chris.
Bye.
Bye, guys.